The iPhone SE from 2022 is a great deal if you love iOS and don't want to spend a lot of money, but let's face it, it's not the coolest phone on the market. It looks like an old iPhone 8 with thick borders around the screen, and it has a home button, which is kind of outdated. We've seen some leaks that the iPhone SE4 will get a whole new look, and this video by 4RMD shows us how amazing it could be. It's based on the idea that Apple will use the same design as the iPhone 14, which means a big 6.1-inch OLED screen that covers the entire front of the phone. That also means no more Touch ID and yes to Face ID. The video shows a small notch at the top of the screen instead of the dynamic island that the iPhone 15 has. But hey, it's still a huge upgrade and makes the iPhone SE look much more modern. Of course, there's a downside. The phone only has one camera on the back, unlike the other iPhones that have 2 or 3. But don't fret, it's not the same old 12 megapixel camera from before. The rumor is that Apple will boost it to 48 megapixel, which is pretty awesome. The video shows how nice the photos could look with that camera. The latest gossip about the iPhone SE sounds pretty awesome, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, it might have the action button, which is a cool feature that lets you do things like unlock your phone or pay with Apple Pay just by touching the side of the phone. Right now, only the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max have it, but by 2025, when the iPhone SE4 is supposed to come out, it could be a standard thing for all iPhones. Another thing that could change is the charging port. The iPhone SE4 might ditch the Lightning port and go for USB-C instead. That would make it easier to use the same charger for your iPhone, iPad, MacBook, and other devices. Plus, it would comply with the new EU law that says all phones have to use the same type of charger. But what about the price? The iPhone SE3 is pretty cheap right now, starting at $429 USD. But with all these upgrades, the iPhone SE4 could be more expensive. Maybe not as much as the iPhone 14, which starts at $799 USD, but still more than what we're used to paying for a budget iPhone. I hope Apple can keep it under $550 because that would still be a good deal for such a powerful phone. The last thing I want to talk about is the camera. The iPhone SE4 might have a huge improvement in this area with a 48 megapixel camera on the back. That's way better than the 12 megapixel camera on the iPhone SE3, and it could take some amazing photos. But it won't have an ultra-wide lens like the iPhone 14, so you won't be able to capture those epic landscapes or group selfies. It also means that the iPhone SE4 will be lighter and look different on the back. Of course, these are just rumors for now, and nothing is confirmed until Apple announces it. But I think the iPhone SE4 sounds like a great phone for people who want a lot of power without spending a lot of money. What do you think?